How are you, my class 7 English version students? Basically, it's a last class with you. Today I am going to start basically new topics, and also the new topics it's also the lesson 10. Here the chapter 10, Phenomena of Electricity and Magnet. Electricity. Have you any idea what is electricity? Electricity is lightening our home, school or office. It helps to run fan, radio, television, iron, heater, motor, computer and many other things. The use of magnet has also flourished our daily life like electricity. In this chapter, we will discuss different phenomena related of electricity and magnet. First, introduce basically origination of charge. Here I draw basically this structure is that there are the nucleus. This nucleus, there are one structure is proton, another is the neutron, and the outer side, outer this structure is the electron. Here, we know that elements are composed of many small particles. It is called atom. Atoms are composed of electron, proton, and neutron. It has nucleus at the center, which is composed of proton and neutron. Electrons move round the nucleus. Proton is positive charge, electron is negative charge, and neutron is the neutral particles. But it is interesting that the atom itself behaves neutral. Atom is neither positive nor negative. There is no charge in atom. What is this that happen? And what is the reason? The reason is that an atom contains similar number of proton and electron. That is why atom is the charge neutral. Here two structure is the proton and the two structure is the neutron. They are the similar charge. Thus the number of electrons can be raised in a substances. Now let's give an example. A glass bottle has been wrapped with a piece of silk cloth. It will be seen that silk cloth will attract electron towards it. For that, the bottle will be positively charged and the silk cloth will be negatively charged. So it is clear that no charge is created because of rubbing. Rather, the existing change of the matter moves from the one to another. Property of charge. Now we can definitely understand that how charge is produced. Now we will see that what types of properties are shown by the charge, positive and negative. For that, we will do the following work. Knowing the properties of charge, necessary equipments. 2 combs woolen cloth. Method. Hang a small comb by tying it with a ribbon on a dry stick. It should be hung in such a way that it cannot touch any other things. Now, hang one more plastic arms or another dry stick so that it can move freely. Now, wrap both of the combs with wooden cloth for some time. Now, bring the arms cloth close to each other. What do you observe? The combs are repulsing each other. Now, bring the woolen cloth close to the comb. It will attract the woolen cloth. Another word, basically demonstrating properties of charge. Necessary equipments. 2 balloons, ribbon, woolen cloth or sweater, piece of paper. Method. Tie the 2 balloons with ribbon by blowing them up. Now wrap the balloon with woolen cloth or sweater and bring it to the pieces of paper. It will be seen that the balloon will attract the pieces of paper. What is the reason? The reason is that wrapping creates charge in woolen cloth and balloon. What will happen when first balloon will bring to the second one? You will see that 2 balloons are going far from one another because the wrapping has created similar charge to both of the balloons. Could you take any decision from the above work? Yes, 2 decisions can be made from this. A. Charge of same nature repel each other in terms of 2 balloons and 2 combs. Charges of opposite nature attract each other, woolen cloth and balloon. Existence of charge. Now, we will prove the existence of charge through an easy experiment. Work. Proving the existence of charge, necessary equipments. A plastic comb, a piece of newspaper. Method. Take a portion of newspaper and cut it into pieces. Now spread the pieces over a table. Now could you tell what will happen if a plastic comb is brought to those pieces of paper? Now bring the comb to those pieces of paper by rubbing it through woolen cloth. You can also rub the comb with your dry hair. Could you tell what will happen and why? You will see that the pieces of papers will jump to the comb. Here the plastic comb has become negatively charged by receiving electrons from woolen cloth during rubbing, which leads to the attraction towards the pieces of paper. Next, our lesson 4, Conductor, Non-Conductor and the Semiconductor. We are familiar with the words conductor and the non-conductor. The electrons of conductors can move from one atom to another easily. For example, metals, especially silver, copper, aluminium. A new form of carbon. Graphite is conductor, though carbon is a non-metal. Electrons cannot move freely in atoms of non-conductor, but it can be charged by rubbing. Besides, if electron is received or left, it can be charged. For example, plastic, glass and rubber. At low temperature, the semiconductor behaves like non-conductor. It behaves like conductors when the temperature increases. Generally, the semiconductors are solid, but some of them are liquid. Silicon, germanium, gallium, etc. are the examples of semiconductors. Lesson 5. Producing current electricity from static electricity. From the previous experiments, we have seen that plastic combs attract small pieces of paper after being rubbed through woolen cloth. It will not attract the small pieces of paper if it is touched by hand. What can be understood from this? It has been understood that there is no static electricity in the comb. Where has that static electricity gone? This electricity has gone to the ground through hand from the comb. The electricity which flows through a body from one place to another or one matter to another is called current electricity. Here it is important to remember that a specific and little amount of charge is produced because of rubbing. This charge moves to the ground just after being touched with the hand or metals. The flow of electricity stops when the charge is finished. Thus, the flow of electricity is created for a wheel. To continue this flow, the continuous supply of electricity from any source should be ensured. We will have more idea of later on. Simple circuit and its use. The flow of electricity needs a path like man needs a path to move on. This path of the flow of electricity is known as an electric circuit. Generally, the complete path of flowing electricity from the positively charged end of the source from negative is called electric circuit. Generally, bulb and battery are connected with wire in the circuit. When they are connected, the circuit completes. This simple circuit is shown in the following figure. Here is the following figure, use of current flows. My dear students, it's a long time I just explained about these books. Basically, these books, they are at the another category. First category is the biology, second is the physics and also the chemistry related subjects. My dear students, I hope everyone is okay and fine, and today I just close the topics. Thank you. Again, I also teach that lesson 7 and 8, use of current flows. Light and heat can be produced from the flow of electricity. Even various works can be completed through using its mechanism. Now we will introduce you to the use of electric bulb, torch, light, iron. Consider electric fan and the photocopy machine as examples. I just give you basically three examples. First example is electric bulb, second is the torchlight, and third is the electric fan. Here's the electric bulb. We all are familiar with this bulb. Two thick wires are placed inside the air-free or neutral gas filled airtight bulb. There is a coil of a very thin transient wire inside an electric bulb. The coil is called filament. This bulb produces a lot of heat when it is connected with the electric source, and this filament of bulb emits a huge amount of light. Another structure is the torchlight. We all are familiar with two torchlights. There is a small bulb with the battery in torchlight. The light turns on when the switch is on. To spread the light, a glass is used in front of it. Electric fan. In electric fan, the flow of current is used to the mechanic activities. Here, the electrical energy transforms into mechanical energy to rotate the fan. A regulator is used to control the motion of fan. My dear students, today I will just give you the phenomena of electricity and magnet. Here's the electricity and magnet. What is the electricity? How can they work and what is the reason? Basically, from this the topics, it's just closed with you. And I hope everyone is okay and just read. Thank you.